We have the Hellhorned Prince with foregone powers. Yeah. Too well to help it. Imps is an amazing start. Two offering tokens is okay. Rage Serum's fine. We're against Cleanse Seraph. I didn't check the other bosses. Bad pans. Double Explode Daedalus. Seraph Scourge Birds. There's no such thing as a bad roll on Shade Splitter 0. There's only expected and good rolls. Yep. Frozen cards reduced to 0. We'd need to have a Freezy Mollusk thingy. Or a Permafreeze, which is a thing. Drop Cage is okay if we get a lift. Which I think we kind of would want one, but... What are we lifting? It's probably still better. Oh, Siren Song becomes really appealing. I was looking at the Rage Prince. I'm like, oh, we could go Rage. Oh, wait, we've got Seraph. Oh, wait, we got Seraph. I'm like, man, do I have to go full Rage into Seraph? Which probably have to. And I had a fleeting thought. Oh, maybe you take Rally... like, what is it? I don't even know what it's called. Crap Prince. But no, I still think these are better. It is Cleanse Seraph. I think Rage is one of the hardest. Like, Rejuve can be pretty hard too sometimes. What banners do we have? We have a Hellhorn banner, Stygian with Steel. So even if you go Brawler, we've got no way of increasing Brawler's output without Rage. If we put a tank Siren in front of Brawler, it's crap. Tails. Heaps of armor though. Revenge play is gonna be bad, isn't it? I think Wrath is still the play here. I hope. That's true. Literally already has multi. What could go wrong? Yeah, go on, Brawler. Nah, don't play modded. I'll test them occasionally to see what's going on for chat, but I play unmodded. I could have got that kill. So that's it was apparently it was the most requested feature, they said, when they put in the what they currently have for it, because we didn't used to get that thing on bosses at the start, you know, above the cards you draw. And they were so excited to tell us about it, and everyone was so happy. We were amazed. We're like, yes, they're putting in something that tells us what the bosses is. And then we saw it, and we're like, okay, this is good. And then it disappears, and you can't access it again. And everyone's like, when are you going to finish it? And it's still one of the things that gets requested on the dev stream. They just ignore the question now. Pretty sure it's Ascend here. Yeah, just have an eidetic memory forehead. Offering monument? Offering one with lots of hit points. Oh yeah, then we could dupe it. Get double incant relic, put endless on it. Right, so at least it comes back with 1 hit point. Get some 0 cost spells, reduce the deck, grab a glacial totem and run an infinite. That's how we win. Akka, you've arrived, or you're back. You've been here before, haven't you? Welcome back. I gotta say, not happy. You may, Tiny. You may. That's the question. Just I said pizza is so good, I did. What is my opinion on calzones? I'm not against them. It's not the same as folding a pizza over. I think usually because the cheese inside doesn't kind of set. I mean, I suppose if you let it go colder, but really cold, like they're kind of weird. And the bread on top, I think you need I think for a calzone to be that folded over pizza, it needs to cook inside a shell that folds over on top of it to stop it from expanding. That way you get that pizza bottom, but also on top. What is a calzone? Well, interesting fact. A calzone is not a calzone. Am I getting this wrong? It's a calzone? Or multiple calzone? I walked into this conversation somewhere and something about you don't add an S to a word to make it multiples in Italian. So that when people say we're going to order calzones, it's like they're not. That's something else, or I don't know. It's like a folded pizza, right? It's basically you fold a pizza before you cook it. So calzone is singular. Calzone is plural, is it? I don't know. The problem is it's not a folded pizza, because if you take a cooked pizza and fold it over and was somehow able to like merge the double crust into a singular crust, I think that could be really cool. The issue I have with calzones is the air, because it's folded over before cooked, it puffs up in the middle because the air heats, and you end up with this bit of top crust which is a lot crispier. The top crust is like the border crust all the way over the top, and I don't like that. But that's my only issue with it. But if their choice was that or something else, and there was no pizza on the menu, I'd probably take the something else. I really don't like the top crust. Because it's crispier than the border crust, right? Because as it inflates, it gets higher in the oven where it's hotter and closer to sometimes like the top heat source. It gets too crunchy. Yeah, pizza pockets are, different as well. Yeah, bread welding. It's a pocket which holds pizza. A pizza pocket's basically like a rectangular calzone, isn't it? Or do they make them in calzone shapes? The only ones I've seen that might not be true pizza pockets are the rectangle ones. They're like 2 squares, but you don't snap them apart. Or is that a hot pocket? I don't know now. I think they work. Those ones work because they're smaller. There's not as much room for the top to expand, so you don't get a massive hole in the middle. Yeah, semi-rectangular. Yeah, that's the issue I have with full-size calzones. Is they inflate so much, and the top gets like hard and too crunchy. Like not crunchy, like solidy. I don't know. Pizza pockets are open. I don't know enough about my junk foods in pizza variant. Why try to improve on pizza, right? Like seriously, why try to improve on pizza? Just make a pizza. You know, like improve on something else, like hot dogs and burgers. You know, tacos even. Don't do too much to tacos though; they're pretty good as they are. Like they're you know, but yeah, don't try to improve on pizzas. And at the risk of losing one or two dedicated viewers, you know, the Chicago casserole is, well, that's what it is. Yeah, fold it or go home, right? Should we have gone brawler? Kizron. Hey, Methos. Should have gone brawler. And we take shark, right? You've got to take shark, but it's bad. It's worse Seraph for shark, endless shark. Isn't every pizza better in a brick oven? No. That comes down to what you're after. Like sometimes some quick and dirty, almost gas station type pizza is what you need. You know. Sometimes the gas station pizza is all you get, and you wish it was a bit better. You know, or that 7-Eleven slice that's been sitting there for 2 days. Brawler and a Votivary? That's interesting. Coal-fired oven? Yeah, that seems weird. I'm guessing it would be like the oven area, the food area would be like on top of a plate, so you wouldn't actually be getting the any of the smoke through. Gas station pizza almost as bad as supermarket sushi. Strangely enough, we've got stores like supermarket stores with proper sushi bars in them, so it's not supermarket sushi. If you go and order it from them, and it's not so bad if you get it if they prepared it a little bit earlier, but it's all prepared daily. But they actually do a decent job, from what I've heard. Mrs. Pans approves. I don't eat sushi. The pizza sitting there under the 20-watt heating lamp. That's the one. Enemies on each floor. We've got a shark. Okay, so we can... Here, this is an interesting choice. We can lift one of these guys to stun them, or we can lift Hornbreaker Prince so he kills one of these turn one and gets some armor. Like, he's not going to get any I guess we don't care if Shark dies because we bring him back, right? We actually want Shark to die so we can bring him back? Well, that's interesting. We should actually ascend... Oh, we can kill one of these. Because otherwise we'll leak the haste unit. We need Shark to die next turn, but not on the first hit. Why am I torching him? I wanted to get him to show up again on the bottom floor. And be there for the top floor. Oh, you guys wanted me to put him back on the top floor at full health. And then not had him on the bottom floor. I see where you're coming from, but I think what I did was better. Yeah, you elevate him in front of the boss. It's good. Makes Hornbreaker Prince irrelevant. No. I think the UK version has all the US meanings. I think the US version's just missing the flashlight option, right? If Twitch chat wanted me to make good plays, why would there even be a Kappa remote? Ah. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. Isn't torch as a flashlight basically slang? Don't know. Welder helper or hornbrake? I've got 2 welder helpers. I don't think they were helping. Maybe. I think the full name would more likely be battery operated light source stick. Electronic sort of is misleading to some people that you have to plug it into a wall, which makes it somewhat useless if you have a power outage. Grab your torch and pitchforks. We're going on a witch hunt. Ooh, the futuristic photon emitter device. iTorch, $499.95 by Apple. Standard USB recharger replaced by proprietary unnatural plug of any source. Also, the other end of the plug doesn't fit any outlet in the world. You have to buy an i-outlet adapter. It will last 3 minutes on full charge. Yeah, but the original, that's not fair, right? The original one lasted 3 days on full charge, but it was the size of it was only half the size of an actual flashlight. The new one's like half the size of a toothpick because people wanted it to be smaller, that we couldn't put a battery in it. Please delete VOD, don't give them ideas. My Nokia brick, right? I had at 2 stages. I had the Nokia brick. You guys remember, what was it, like the 5510 or something like that? It had Snake on it and the green and black screen, or the yellowy green and black screen. I could make phone calls on that, send and receive text messages of up to 160 characters. It didn't do multi-messages. You could only send one. It could receive multi-messages though. And I could use that for a good amount of time during, like, as a work phone for 3 to 4 days before having to recharge it. Either 3310 or something like that. Yeah, something like. I had the yellow front cover case, which I hated, but it was good because everyone else just had the standard black one, and I'm like, oh, I can put the yellow one on mine, and even though it looks crap, I know which phone is mine. Text messaging used to be a free service. That depended on your provider. Telstra over here in Australia charged a standard text message fee for sending a Facebook message through the Facebook app. Right? So if you wanted to avoid that charge, you had to use Safari to log into your non-Facebook app Facebook account, like actually on the internet, and send a message through that because the data was cheaper than the messages. Or use Skype. We used to use Skype on when smartphones had first come out. We would log into Skype and send chat messages. And people would be like, why do I have to get Skype to send messages to you guys? Why can't we just send messages? Like, we get charged per message, whereas you didn't through Skype. It was terrible. Like, the telcos over here are like terrible. They still are terrible. Okay, that's... Do we have a chance now? Is this a... Okay, things are looking reasonable. Oh yeah, our data rates over here are awful as well. Energy? What do you pay for data on Australia? I don't have a phone. When I left hospitality work, and my phone contract ran out, so I handed my work phone back into work because it was their phone, and I had a personal phone as well that also managed to take work calls. When that contract ran out, and I went, hang on, I haven't used this very much for a while. I said, I'm not going to renew it. And I just have never had a phone since then. That's why you guys hear it occasionally answer this thing. Look, there's a cord. And part of that is, and this is strange. Had I not gone to work in New Zealand, and their phone data plans at the time weren't too crash hot either, but when I came back to Australia, I realised how greedy the Australian telephone companies are and how terrible they are. And speaking with people in the States and stuff, you've got one of those old man life, yeah. Like even our land, like to get internet in the house is really expensive, compared to a lot of other first world countries. I think one of the standard jokes is that there are people living in caves in the Middle East. With a phone line running down their cave road. This is true. There are people in the Middle East living in caves that have better quality, cheaper internet than we have in houses in Australia. And they've got a cable running like along the dirt path that leads out to the dirt road that leads to some leaning over telephone pole. Where there's like dozens of people's internet cable like hooked into it. So good on them, right? But shame on us. Like that's rubbish. Where does Horn Prince go? She goes there. You don't have TV, but you've got internet that's faster than mine and more reliable. Yeah. Are we even caring about Prince here? Or is Okay, he can go on top against Double Bomb Daedalus as long as we don't get hit by a bomb. And I think he can actually win this fight reasonably well, because these guys only all hit for one. So we probably don't want to leak any, but we can rage him up. I think that's the plan. We don't want to leak any of these. So as long as we just kill them. You're not sure if it's faster. Alright, well, yeah, that's probably not faster than what I can have access to. This line, on the other hand, we do want to kill them. Maybe. Oh, look, the imp can get this kill. This is great. How fast is mine? Last speed test I did, it was like 107 megs download and 36 upload. So it's not great. Like compared to like places in America and Europe that get thousands, like hundreds, like multiple hundreds. This is why this fight can be really good for Hellhorn Prince, is because they all hit for 1, and you gain armor. And you don't mind taking the damage from these because of the rage you gain. Because he'll kill one of those. So let's just use that for her. That's also for me, like that is the maximum conventional internet you can get. Right? What I mean by conventional is what you can just call up a provider and get. There's business plans where you can possibly like organize for like private internet installed and have a dedicated fiber line. Costs thousands of dollars and not available in all places. But outside of that, yeah, you're not getting much. Is that 100 terabits down? No. $499 a month. I don't know what your local currency is though, so it doesn't translate well on the exchange rate. These are going to hit for 3 each if I drop Shark. Oh, US dollars a month. That's expensive. So mine's $100 Australian, which is like what, between 60 and 70 US a month. Take the 3 on this guy. I think that's fine. Or I push it up and we kill Shark more. No, he doesn't hit if I push him up. Do I want to push one of these guys up? Actually, yeah, I do. Let's push him up. And then Pyre kills him without us taking damage. I want to kill one of those. Let's just put that there. Who's paying $1,100 for a gigabyte? Like, I've got unlimited data. I was talking about speeds. Worth killing that guy. Means we don't leak that one. We kill that one. Just doing that for the incants. Yeah, yours is expensive. Why is it so expensive there? Rage up. because politics say that internet is not required for most people. Yeah, but that usually doesn't determine whether competing businesses don't try to have an advantage over other businesses. Oh, good, I didn't actually want that to die, so... You use fax machines? Okay, that's an answer. Yeah, that's the similar reason to what the problems we have. And it's all telco. Was government owned. I don't know what percentage the government owns now. They sold up a big chunk of it at one stage, which made things worse. Yeah, monopoly, state monopoly. Still, you would have thought they would have seen that people were willing to pay money for it. So if they make it reasonably priced, they'll make more money than what they currently do. Unless they've worked it out and they went, we make good money now because businesses pay for it. That could be the reason. So ours is similar to that, Borzoi, where, like you say, you've got 2 line holders and all the small ones rent them off one of those 2. Right. So we have our fiber structure is built and maintained by one company. Right. The actual internet itself, that gets it from that one that company doesn't provide internet to anyone. It only builds and maintains the physical lines and the connections to servers and things. We have one company that gets 100% of that, and wholesales and retails. So that's why, like, when people hear about anyone, or when you guys see that I have internet issues, that's what the problem is. Right? So there's one service, one physical service. There was others before fiber lines, where some other companies did have some of their own lines. I don't think we're going into Rage Siren. I think the 2's fine. I think units are bad quality, but we're just going to push. What do we want to do here? We don't need energy. We can go capacity, and then maybe we get multi and we dupe the Siren. And our Ragey tank up the front, maybe tanks. We don't care. We need to go here. We're using gain armor and a multi. Is that the plan? Or we go multi. And plug the computer directly into the data lines running below the ocean. I don't think we need that sort of, I think, health. Let's go this way. We just roll one multi. Double armor. No multi. That'd be the slowest. I would leak a lot too. Man, even if we'd gone Brawler Prince, I don't think that'd be enough to do it. Maybe if we had Slay Prince. Alright, that... What do we get offered here? I don't think we can do that with the Rage. I don't know about that arrow. It'd be an interesting concept though, hey? Because then you wouldn't... You would have a lot of troubles hiding behind anonymity from harassing people and stuff. It'd be interesting. I'm really tempted to take a second armor, but I think if we do, then we never get enough damage output. Yeah, let's leave it. Oh, let's no, thank you. Oof. Should be alright with him. Spike's not so much. Tormentors. We're only ever going to be hitting into one ourselves. Okay. As long as we get Shark. Just draw Shark. Okay, good. Dang. I'm gonna hit into him. Gain some rage, not enough. Let's just do that. Oh, they're doing 10? I should have done on this guy. What would Hornbreaker King say if he found out I torching his son to make him more angry? He'd say, use the one that's got plus 20 consume on it. Now, obviously, I don't want to do that because it hurts him too much and I need him to live. But his old man's a bit of a jerk. Okay, 3 rages, 6 attack, right? I'm missing by 23. He's going to give us 6. We can give ourselves 18. We can't kill him. But we can ramp up more, so we should. We want to get the Ascend now. Well, if we get Ascend, it means he hits not as hard. Have I got room for Shark up there? Oh, there's an Imp. We might have room. Railhammer's nice. Branding Right's really nice. Yeah. Okay. Multi. Gain more armor. Wow. No, you have to kill off the old world yourself, and I want to get 2 sirens up there for damage. The question is whether I need to dig for this multi or not, or if I go 2 plus 2 incants. I don't think I need 2 because they've got so much output. And we wouldn't be able to kill anything. With Railhammer, the plus 2 is plus a lot more than 2. And since it's separate, it becomes plus 6 per incant. You know, so play a spell, gain 12 armor's a lot of armor. I could put any damage behind it, but I don't have any other units. And Hellhorn Prince doesn't do enough damage to kill the lines at all. Although they probably stomp Seraph. I need multi. Okay. We have a chance here. It's not good, but it's our chance. So dupe the Siren. Enemies on each floor. I hit for 2 each, which rages up a bit. We've got good pyre health as well. If we can lift a siren, it'd be alright, I guess. Lift Shark, put Hornbreaker Prince on top. Or lift Prince, put... Let's go like this, though. Save that for a line that matters. So he's not getting any rage, but he is getting the an armor kill off these. This is really interesting. Like, how do I... I need to kill off this guy, but I don't think we do. I think that silence is going to get used up here. I just want to throw this. Yeah. Yeah, and the silence has to go here, right? This is the only flaw because it's the dudes at the back. So if we can not give him extra attack and punch him in the nuts there. I think also one less frost. 2, wait, 6, 8, 10, 12 won't kill this guy. So I can't hit that one, so I don't do 15. Unless I want him to... Well, I don't kill Shark, and that's the important thing, is killing Shark. Because we want to get a fresh Shark. Is okay. This does mean we don't get to elevate a thing, but I think we have to be okay with that. I didn't even check. I didn't check the boss again. Oh, it's Circle 5, so it can't be the boss I'm thinking of. We need to elevate that if we can. So much armor. We're winning. Correct, idiot. Battering ram. Okay, wow. Why didn't we think of that, chat? Because we're not idiots. But that could have been an out if we took the extra armor on the siren and had double +2 incant, which would have been +6. Right, so she'd gain 12 armor a spell, and had like a couple -1 battering ram, double -1s. Yeah, could have actually killed units that way. Imp in a box is a spell, but it means I gotta play imps. I've got the energy for imps. Take another one of these. It's a ton of damage anyway. Yeah, it can be. But I think I would have played, instead of playing the two sirens on the same floor, I probably could have looked at different floors and then have different setups for them. Yeah, so it's overkill for something, but it's still, you know, still okay. Relics or removal? We've got the energy we can play Stuart's out, so it's not that bad. Yeah, nice little bit of trinket heaven. We don't need that. Bit of gold. I mean, double incant's probably the best option, or tails not so much. Queen's Tail. And we have 2 imps and imps in a box. Oh, okay. Now this is interesting if we go for Pyrestone Housing, because our siren's full, so putting another thing on the siren, like another multi, if we got it, would be the greedy play, which we can't get to before duping it. So we'd have to dupe them and then upgrade one. I don't think it's worth spending the money on. I don't think the consume cards is worth doing it either, because we don't have enough of them. It's rage +1 per stack, not +1 stack per application. That would be a better one, but we don't have. We've got one small rage card, and our champ rages, but that does get cleansed. Yeah, Pyrestone Housing before ring 8. How's that? Must be a bug in the code, Zero. It's still 50% more damage. True, it is still 50% more damage, but is 50% of very little worth 230 gold? That's the question. You are 100% right. It might be. Only if you have nothing else to spend money on. That's a good point too. Because him killing something does give him armor, which is good. It's probably not necessary at this stage. Do I even want to... that's the other question. Do we even want to keep him alive? Is he a liability? I think it's close. I think you could go either way on this one. Three one-off 100 damage spells that are really expensive. Bye-bye extra ember. We don't need that much ember. Hey, Tom. Yeah, it's going to be the Circle 7 fight that potentially could kill us without it, hey? This Arcus sucks, by the way. Where's my shark? Wow, hang on. Oh, I can't go bottom floor because of rally. I was thinking, do I go mid? And not play shark? Is that ridiculous? That way I can get early rage and armor. That feels dumb. Am I doing something dumb? Like to see a Hell Rush? I don't do Hell Rushes because it's not very fun for people to watch me lose because I time out every run. I'll do a Hell Rush if it doesn't have the timer and there's no score and it's C25. Yeah, so the problem here is that we end up killing these. And I don't want to kill them both. Let's say draw a... Well, I could put Stuart up front. Alright, we don't kill one of them. He can kill the next one. Is that fine? And then what happens? Stuart dies. We don't get any more of them. I put the welder helper down. Oh, I put the welder helper here, right? Sounds like the best kind of rush. Yeah, it does. Oh, we can get one of these. No, we can't get one of these. Okay. Just keep ascending, idiot here. I could ascend the helper for in camp, which is probably the best thing. Probably not killing that. Yeah, Prince is a high maintenance champ. But I think we're okay. Kind of. Like, unit-wise, we're okay. Here, I guess. He has complex because he's missing all his horns. Yeah. Rally. So I can't. Don't play that. He's getting a slay here though, so that's good. Why'd you do it, dude? You didn't have to do that. He's like, I had to, so. The question is, are we letting that one leak? Versus playing the Helical Crystallis only gives us an incant, not extra damage there. Don't let that one leak then. It's that clearing room for Shark as well. I probably should have played that. I think we're okay here. Just in case. You know, if we got Shark Plan. Okay, yeah, plenty of cover. Would the Vengeful Shards have been 100 damage if we took the relic from that event? Yes. Yeah, they would have. I never think of it like that. I always think of the ones from Consume Seraph as 100 damage. So we would have had the 100 damage. They would have been the 3-cost ones would have been 100 damage as well. And then we would have had 200 damage ones. That's a good point. And that could be, that's something that helps Prince get a kill early, right? Knocking 100 damage off something to bring it low. I think you get energy for having them. I think this your energy. Yeah, so they're in your deck even if you purge them this fight. So if you hold on to 2 of them, you'll get a bonus. At least 2 of them, you'll get a bonus energy in the last fight. I think that's worth considering if you already have staves like we did, but not the other way around. You wouldn't look at it and be like, I'll take these now, because then if I get staves... Because other than getting a 3-cost card that does 100 damage in your deck, there's nothing else, is there? Like, it's a dead weight if you can't play it, so it can be a problem. Usually you just play it out once you're at a stage where the fight's won, so it means you need to be able to deal with having potentially dead weights in your opening draw and stuff. But if you've got Abandoned Stave, like, you've already got 5 energy. Yeah, I think it's almost an insta if you have Stave, now that I think about it. Unless your setup is so, like, your ramp is so tight that you need to have the setup, but then again, I think you're probably doing something wrong if it's like that. I'm looking at Last Stand because we have 5 energy. So we could unconsume -1, and maybe that keeps Champ in the game. I don't know if that's enough, though. Unconsume holdover for 4 is probably too expensive. And be something we'd be really struggling to get hold of. Especially since I want to hit the dupe for the Circle 7 fight. And take draw. No, that costs an extra 1 then. And I don't think it double stacks. It was Wing Boss, wasn't it? I should have done that first. I could have killed this guy and saved my silence for the next one. I don't want to put the Rage Imp here because I want to put the other Siren on that floor and we don't draw a torch. This one's gonna suck. We got a chance. Draw the Ascend. It's not too bad. I think we're already... I don't know, doesn't matter. Oh, I can't get Shark up there. Are we going to need Shark? Rob's not. Strangely enough. I mean, all that damage was good, but if I'd put it into her, it wouldn't have leaked. I mean, it looks kind of okay. But... Deck's thick. Oh, I mean, fair enough, I've got 2 Vengeful Shards, but I've still got all my stews. Yeah, the second one. I think the Sirens will get there for like the second wave, right? I think because the damage is so spread out too, we don't take a lot. But the issue is like the Pyre Wings. We've got 2 silences though. What could Impish Scholar bring back? An alloy? Imp in the box, Rage Serum, Unnamed Tome. And it resummons, like, and it draws an energy. We get back the extra silence. I think maybe the Ember. Oh, wait. There you go. If we can kill off the Ember Drains, I think that helps. Good. Like, we've got a lot of energy, but I think playing out pretty much everything is what we want to be doing. Starting with Rage, not so much with what's-her-face. The extra 40 on the Pyre. That's a strange one. Like, how much are we thinking we're leaking? Does remove consume on the armor one do it? It's a lot of armor. Where are my -1s going? I don't think so. How much can I hit that on Champ? Like, just enough, right? Plus, then we have the Sirens. I think it's more for Champ. Yeah, I mean, it gives him damage as well on the turn, which is good. But then even after then, we can start putting on... I mean, it's not Seraph. It's only the second heavy in the line, right? So we can even space it out between Champ and Shark. If we want to, like... If Shark's on a small enough health number that he's going to die to 1 hit, we could probably give him though he's taking a second. And it's a trigger. I think the biggest question is, what's the dupe? And are there removals? I think there's definitely removals, right? Like, the Foregone Power's kind of do something, but not really. Yeah, another Siren with an Ascend. I like that one. It does reduce the shark thing, and it does give us a huge Ember Drain problem. But three Ember Drain's going to be a problem anyway, right? What bad is 4? Especially when it means we probably kill stuff. I think it might be worth it. Maybe. It's likely if we're at the stage then... like, it takes a lot less to get 4 of them up to capabilities. Yeah, the extra Ember Drain's not going to be as bad. Plus, it's only extra on every second turn. If we don't get a silence as well. Right. So on the turns that there's a Pyre-Wing in front of us, we're having incants hit 3 units, which is a lot more damage for the off turns. Is there anything in this fight we absolutely have to piercing into? No. Whereas a zero cost torch could be used as an extra play, just a 15 damage on champ. 15 damage that champ will output, which is enough reason that I don't want to plus 10 it. I think we go 2 purges. And I think they're the foregone powers. Because these torches have uses. The Stewarts, I think we need to play with our excess energy so that we can get the deck down. Like, I know these people are like, but they incant pans. It's like, yeah, having one as the last one in your hand, like when you're down to 0 energy and you still have one, then they incant. When you have 2 and one discards the other, you could have seen a different card that's better. Zero cost Hornbreak can put some damage out, and I usually like a zero cost Hornbreak, but there's only one Steel Wing in a Seraph fight. And the Hornbreak does 15 damage, whereas hitting champ with a torch does 15 damage. Or increases our output by 15 damage because of the Resonance Shard for a turn. When I discuss with the Magic, that's when I'm just telling my thoughts straight out loud. There is a world where you play the offering token early, right? And that way, if you get an Ascend, you can do that. Also, the Foregone Powers, I am not playing one with the Silence in my hand. So they don't incant. You know? Will I play one with 3 in hand? I don't know. Is it worth to play 2 of them? No, I don't. I'm playing them on the Imp. There's 3 Pyre-Wings. I have 3 Silence cards. Now, I do have an Imp that brings a Consume card back. This is where those these being 100 damage would have been good. Could have held on to the silence card though. There was no need to play it on the bottom floor. This is unfortunate. And also, because we've lost our actual health, it's making Branding Right when we eventually get to it not as good. Okay. It's been a tough run. I think we're in range of... And our damage though for Seraph's not that high either. Don't know, Zero. It's a good question about the googly eyes. At least we're getting a kill here. That's important. Last branding right on Prince. Look at this. That's rude. I wonder if we can get there. Rude, Seraph. Do you want the incant or do you want to lift that? I think we want to lift that, right? Oh, it'll die to Shark, but it's 15. What's Shark's health? 35. Let's lift that. Let's just... Incant. Hit that on the girls, not on Champ. Yeah, there's a ton of armor. Before I duped the Siren, I had to choose whether I was going to go for multi-strike because we missed it at the store, or take a second +2 armor. And it was tough because we didn't have any damage units. It's 120 exactly. Is it? Oh, that was 121. It was 121, which was an extra turn. Pans, you robbed yourself of a turn with Prince. Pans maths. Yeah, I think it was. There was one of the fights after it, not this one, I don't know if it was the last circle or when we picked it up. But one of Champ's kills came, like, he had a very small amount of extra damage to kill the unit. And that, you know, that's good. Like, that's armor straight away, right? It's when you get one of those kills. Plus, then it allows the Siren to put all of the damage into the next unit. They've been intense runs today. I mean, we talked a fair bit in the second one, like a lot in the second one. Off topic. And the first run, you know, wasn't that much outside of game talk. This one wasn't that much. There's bits and pieces as usual. But just lots of thinking about turns, thinking about stuff. Brain's sore.